Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our third episode of Tales from the Loop, where we are playing our three kids, Lena, Alex, and Sasha, as they are uncovering a mystery of some erratic behavior of the machines of this island area. I guess it's in Sweden. And we're trying to uncover what's happening with the machines and exploring some different rumors and that are going to help us power up and get there. It's a pretty cool game. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this about all my videos. There's a very good reason why when I post them to like Board Game Geek, I do not list them as instructional. And the main reason is some of the games, like a lot of games I've played multiple times, and even then might make a mistake or two, but a lot of these games I'm playing for you, like maybe after one play or two plays, or maybe like in the case of this, this is my first play. It's blind pretty much. I watched some videos, I did a test round just to check myself, make sure had the concept down. I did, so I dove right in. But that means please do not take... While you will get a great feel for the gameplay of a game in one of these videos, do not take me as being an expert on the rules of this game, because I'm playing it along with you pretty much for the first time. Or any game I'm playing that I say, hey, this is my first time getting to the table. Now, there's some games that I play a lot that I get to the table that I don't have that issue with, and I feel I got the rules down very comfortably, and I still might make a mistake or two on those, but nothing dramatic. So anyway, I didn't make a mistake on this one. I just was sharing that with you because I get a lot of comments on older videos and so on. Hey, you did this, did that. Yeah, well, you go back 2 years and there's been errata on rules too, and the rules have changed, and I got called out on something. So I went back in the book just to check, and I was like, oh, that's not true, but it's true now. So anyway, let's dive in. We're going to get started right away. In the last episode, we did manage to solve one quest. We recovered a connection error on one of the robots, and we're able to get a thing called the power AC. It's an anomaly. That was Sasha that was able to accomplish that. And we still have a lot of things to do, and ideally we have to do this too. Sorry, not that. That's the card for the whole scenario. We have to do this, where we need to put a machine token we already have it on the power huffer. There's something going on with the machines. We have to do this. Spend 2 time when nearby to flip this card. That's nearby the power huffer. I mean, we do have, I can get that done with our guy Alex. He's right there. I just don't know what it's going to do. So I haven't read the other side. I don't want to spoil it for you or me. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the preparation phase. So we're going to place all the kids are going back to school because, they have to get up in the morning and go to school. They'd all made it home. Now, Alex starts, and he lives right near the school, so he always starts right there anyway, which is easy. And it doesn't matter. We're just going to move them all there regardless. We're going to check the diary card, which I just did. There's nothing that in the school phase on the diary card that's going to impact anything we're doing. So we're okay there. And remember, we have to complete this in 2 weeks. Amazingly, we haven't gotten any Enigma yet, but we're probably about to. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we did that, so now we're going to replenish all the time for the kids, and that just means any time that's available, we will put back on our action space. So Lena has all of her time, so does Sasha, I meant to say so does Alex, but Sasha, however, does not, because he has to rest to be able to get this exhausted back. We're going to have to spend a turn doing that this turn as well. It doesn't just automatically come back. So there we have that. That is the next step in the preparation phase. Then we're going to slide the remaining rumor cards to the right. Now that's going to be a problem for us. Well, not at the moment. We would slide them all to the right. So we have one spot for a rumor card. And when the day starts for us and a new rumor comes out, if we show that we have to, or a new school card tells us we have to put out more than one rumor, we're going to have a problem, because this one will fall off the board and cause us to get some Enigma, and that is bad. All right, so that's what we've done. I already slid them down. I did them at the end of the last episode, but I should have waited until this time, because that's when the actual turn order summary says to do that. Okay, now we're going to get into our school day. Okay, we've completed the preparation phase. We're ready to go. We're going to get into our school day. That means we're going to draw our next school card. Let's check that out. That's right here. Let's see what we get. Work visit day. A true wonder of Swedish engineering. Feast your eyes, kids. Okay, we have to, this is, I'm going to remember the symbols here on the tests. And I believe this one is the lead player, which I think is Alex. I'm going to double check on those cards just to make sure. And also it says here, -1. So we are going to put out 2 rumor cards. We're going to have a problem right now. So we'll start with that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do this. And what that means is, so actually, this is worse than I thought. This means equal to the number of kids, right? I was just looking at the symbols because there's a lot of symbology in it, and I'll just show you that in the rules if you need to see it right there. The top one there says same as the number of kids. That's going to be 3, which means, yeah, this is really bad. We're going to lose this one. That's going to be the one on L, so we'll take that one off. This one will slide down. This one will slide down. And we have to go again because we're going to put out 3 rumor cards, so we will lose D as well. And that one we hadn't even discovered yet, so that comes off the board. These are discarded. Now here's the problem, is that when we've lost that many cards, we get a 2 Enigma for every one we've lost. So now we're losing. This is right here, so we lost 2, we had 2 cards fall off, so 1, 2, 3, 4 already on 9. That was really bad. I hope there aren't too many of those in the excuse me, in the deck. And now we have to place out 3 more rumors. So we'll place this one here, this one here, this one here. That's going to go on H, J. Let's find H. Oh, this good news is they're all close now, so it'll be easier to get to. H, J, and I. Where is I? I is one of the secure locations, so we got to look for that. Way over here at the dig site. Okay, so we got the dig site, this area here, H, which is Bjorkvik and Sangasabe. I guess Sabe. I don't know. See, I tend to want to make things Japanese when they sound like that, but I know it's Swedish. I'll do the best I can on pronunciations. Okay, so that was this part. Now, this means that the lead player gets to make the test, but they can get help from the other players. So right now, the lead player is unfortunately Alex, who is not good at this. Says, perhaps you can convince the teacher that it's okay for you to stay behind after class, after the visit wraps up. Okay, if we succeed, the kids may start the adventure phase at the Bona Tower. Each kid starts if we fail, each kid starts the adventure phase at home. I don't know how terrible that is for us, but we're going to give it a try. Do I want to help him? I can. We can assist. Now, the person that we would, I guess it doesn't matter because it just gives them a die, right, when they help. I'm just going to double check. I think they have to have the right skill, but they can help. So let me check that. Sasha cannot help with this test because, you know, it's crazy. I got to tell you right now. Ever since I have COVID, I've been having congestion and some respiratory issues. It's kind of crazy, and I'm fully vaxxed and boosted and everything. And I had it pretty rough, and it just doesn't seem to quite go away. Now, it could be transitioning to allergies. It's summertime here in Texas. It's hard to say, but ever since, I'm just going to chalk it up to that. Now, Sasha cannot participate because he is dull, and he's not very charming or entertaining. But Alex can. So, or sorry, but Lena can. So basically, we're going to have 3 dice because Alex is not adept at the skill, so it's not his thing that he's good at, and we're going to get a die for Lena being able to help out. They're all in the same location. Remember, we need a 6 to succeed. We got 2 6s. Man, I did get really lucky on the dice rolls there. So 2 6s means that we can start our turn. The kids may start the adventure phase at the Bona Towers. Well, yeah, why not? There's already, is it all kids? It says the kids may start. Is it all the kids start there? Oh, because we want a tour, so I guess they would all start there. That would make sense. Do I want to start there, or do I want to start where I'm at? We got rumors all around us. The Bona Tower is this one, diagnostics. Can we even do this? It is this skill, which we don't have. So I think we're going to just not do that. It's great that we passed it. We succeeded. Woohoo! We succeeded. But we're not going to do it. Okay, so yeah, we could have started there if we want to. Oh, but it says, well, it doesn't say we fail. We did not fail. We succeeded. So I don't think we have to then do this. No, I think we just get to start at school because we succeeded. It says this, the kids may start the adventure phase at the Bona Towers. E, or what? I mean, if we succeed and we may start, we choose not to, I think we start at school where we normally start, I would guess, because we didn't fail. So, okay, next up, we're going to look at our critters, our robots. So the Parhuffer we know has a token on it. It's not going to move. This is the Fire Guard, so it's going to move down 1 and over 1. So we'll see that happen right now. It's going to go That's this guy. He's going to go 1, 2, so he's right there in the middle of those two. And then we have the watchdogs. That's this one. They're going to move over to the right and down, which they can do, so they'll be right there. Okay. And that marks the end. Now, I'm going to make sure I did that all in the right order. Pretty sure that I did, but let's see. So, school day, draw room cards, resolve, school card. Okay, yeah. Card event, and resolve, success, failure. We did that. And then then we went to the machine phase, which we did that already as well. Okay. So, are any of them moving from alert state to a safe state? The watchdogs are going to go back to a passive state, or whatever they call it in the game. Okay, not that does that much with the watchdogs. The Parhuffer is also not in a place where it needs to be on alert, so it's going back to its passive state, which means not going to do anything. However, the fire guard is next to the Davin factory, so it will stay on its alert state as it's protecting the factory there. Okay, that's it for that. Machine phase over. Adventure phase begins, and this is the meat and potatoes of the game, I think. Let's start with Sasha, because there's something I just need him to do. So here's what we're going to do with Sasha. He is going to spend a time. He's going to rest, which will put this time there. That means he's no longer exhausted. That is good. I don't think we do that yet. I think I'm going to leave that there. I don't think we actually put it there yet. Then I think what he's going to do is he's going to take a move action. Let's go take a look at that. And he's going to move down here to Morby, where he will stop. He's not going to go. He only would move one anyway with a move action. So he walked over there. That was his next action. Then he's going to spend 2 more time. That will leave him with 1 to activate this card here. Put a machine token on the base of the Parhuffer. If the so we have to be near, which we are now, near the Parhuffer. Spend 2 time when nearby to flip this card. Let's see what it says. The glitch. You find the area that Rixenergay says condoned or cordoned off in shambles. The fence has been wrecked, and the Parhuffer tracks lead into the deep nearby woods. Remove the machine token from the base of the Parhuffer. Move the Parhuffer to E8. Well, that kind of bites, doesn't it? Well, that's not so. Hey, she's in. No, he's going to move up 1. Okay. It is glitched and moving according to its own agenda. Put its erratic response card in play. Routine side up. Put card B3 and B4. We got a lot to do here, so let's go take care of some of that. All right. So the Parhuffer is going to be in. It says it's going to start in E8. So this is 8, and it is. Wait, it is not in E. E is right there. So it went up to there. Then we have to get its. I've got to find its erratic card, which I do have here. Let's find it. There's the Parhuffer erratic card, but we're going to put it on this side first, right? It did say to put it on, just reading it on glitched, it's erratic, put it on its routine side, so this is it right here. It's the routine side for the Parhuffer. We'll move its other card aside, just put that out of play for a moment. That has happened. Okay, that we have now. Then we're going to put cards. We're going to go get some more cards out of the cool stuff deck, the scenario deck. Let's see, we got to find B3 and B4. So we got that and that. So our story is unfolding now that Sasha has gone to check the Parhuffer, and he found that it ran off into the woods and it's glitched and doing some crazy things. So let's start with B3. Okay, B3, behavior analysis. The glitched machines behave erratically, but don't seem to act maliciously. Not right now, anyway. A glitched machine uses the erratic response card. When hacking or a void test involving a glitched machine fails, add a counter to this card. When there are 3 counters on this card, or glitched machine is wrecked, flip all erratic response cards to their alert side, then discard any counters on this card and flip it. Each of the following can occur once per turn. Gain 1 Enigma when a glitched machine is scouted. Oh, not Enigma, actually. Gain 1 of the other thing, the good thing. When a glitched machine is scouted, so we can scout the Parhuffer. Gain 2 when 1 is successfully hacked. So now it's really telling us that we need to go hack the Parhuffer. And by the way, there is another side to this, but that's not where we're at yet. Okay, that might change, maybe based on this. Okay, troubleshooting. The more you study the machine's movement, the more it seems they are not random. It looks like they're searching for something. When the Parhuffer moves, ignore the direction arrow. It will instead move one single move arrow or two double move arrow sectors closer to the fire guard. Okay. If the Parhuffer is adjacent to the fire guard at the end of the machine movement phase, put card B2 in play. When our blah 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 reaches 10, we have to flip this card. When our Enigma reaches 10, put card B5 into play and discard this card. So getting to an Enigma of 10 does not necessarily mean we have lost the game. And I don't know why I'm blanking out. Insight Enigma. Okay, so that happened. We did successfully do that. Whew, that was quite a bit of stuff right there, wasn't it? And that's basically all Sasha's going to do because he wants to keep enough time to get home. So, because last time he didn't, and that caused him some favor with his parents, so he could not get rides from anywhere. So I think we'll go with Alex next. I could, we are not nearby, but I could get Alex to Svartsjo prison and scout the Parhuffer, because we need to get Enigma, or sorry, Insight to win the game. But we also have to get these things cleared off the board too. There's one right above us, so I think he'll spend his first time to scout. He's not going to scout the Parhuffer. He's going to scout the rumor at Sangasabi. Okay, so he spends one time doing that. That means this is scouted at J, so let's pop this up and see what it says. Tracks to the lake. Hey, that looks like Parhuffer tracks. They're leading straight to Egelviken Lake. Okay, this is going to be good for Lena to do, so we'll send her on her way there. It's not a restricted site, so it'll be easy enough. One of the Scrap brothers is just about to pull up his boat. If you can borrow it from him, you could have a look at it yourself. So if we succeed, the machine itself is too deep, but there is some debris. We can gain an item. Okay, that's good. And remember, we got to clear these. It's super important to clear them. So what do we do with Alex next? We have one at H2. He's in favor of his parents. He could just drive up to H and... wait, that's nearby the watchdogs. We have to avoid them. We're not good at that. What happens if we fail the warning call? Any adjacent machine, that would bring the fire guard over closer, and the Parhuffer is trying to get to the fire guard, and they're far enough away right now. I don't think I want to do that. So then we also have the one at the dig site. I can't drive directly over to that side of the board at all. Let me tell you why. All of these are restricted sites. The closest I could get, see, I can't get over here. Parents won't drop you off at restricted sites, right? I don't think, I'm going to double check that, but I do not believe they will. Let me just be sure of that. I want to be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they won't do that. Yeah, it's only other open locations, so I could get closer, but not there. There's no bus route there either. Basically I have to do a lot of movement to get over to the dig site. I guess I could have started one of them at the Bona Tower. It's not too late, right? Now that I'm thinking about the movement. Lena hasn't spent any actions. No, because we need her to do this. And I already scouted with Alex, so we're not going to be able to do that. Okay, no retconning here, right? But we could go to the Santa Spiders and get some extra movement. Let me look at that. So the Satuna Spiders. Once per round, any one kid can spend a time here to see if he can get the spiders running. Roll a die. She. You shock yourself. You become upset. 2 to 5. You make a machine ride as if using a machine with a capacity of 1 and a movement of 1, starting at D5. Oh. Okay, that would be pretty cool, I guess. Starting from D5. Yeah, so we could... Oh, that actually works. We could get there... Remember, this is up here at Hogsby. We can get there and do that. Or not Hogsby, but Hogsby. It's right here. There. Or we can, if we get really lucky and roll a 6, we can get a sudden burst of speed and move 2 to 5. But we only need 1 movement. I think that might be the way to go for Alex. So let's see, he can spend a time to take the bus to Hogsby and then do that. So we'll spend one more time. That's 2 time for Alex. He's going to take the bus up here. That's all he took a bus ride. Then while he's there, he's going to do this. So he's going to have to spend another time. That only leaves him with 3 though. This is not great. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So how many dice do I get to roll? It just says roll a die. This is gonna be tough. Hopefully we get a 2 through 5, or at least, because that's all we need. Okay, come on. A 2. Well, almost didn't make it. We did get a 2, however. So we are going to then start at D5 and give him a free move down to here on the machine. So he's at the dig site now, where he. Oh God, he's not gonna have enough time. He's gonna have to. Well, he will. He can scout. I think the scouting at a restricted site cost 2. I need to remind myself of that as well. Let me see on the actions here. I'm gonna look at that. Look at that as well. I want to make sure that it costs the right amount if we scout. Okay, hold on. It only costs 1. It looks like. Can't find anything that says it costs 2. It says scout, flip the room. It takes which one? Oh, it's 2 movement, but we used a machine movement, so I think we can get there just fine. Yeah. Okay. We're going to scout this here, or I could just investigate. No, I could just investigate it and take a chance. What do you think? That could be bad, but I can do that. Okay, it only has to do with walking. So we are going to use that time instead of scouting it. We're just going to check it out. And that is at I. So this could be kind of bad. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my gosh, why are they all this kind of test? He does not know how to do that. At least it's not something he's bad at. Worried parents. Have you seen Jonas? He should have come home straight after school. They're upset and don't seem to be really listening. Try explaining that Jonas was just going to climb the Satoon spiders after school. They're really grateful to you and gain an item or a free car ride, so we can try to succeed at that. We got 3 things on the board. We're going to try and get 2 of them done. So with Alex, I think that the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to try and solve that. The problem is that we do not have an item. We do not have that is not our main skill. So we're only going to start with 3 dice on that. But I think I can use the lighter, the windproof lighter, to help us. I don't know why, but it is an item that supports that skill. So I'm just going to double check again. I'm trying to make sure that yeah, right colored items gives +1 dice. So we'll get 4 dice on that. Hopefully we can get a 6. Let's see what we can do there. I'm just going to roll them on the board. I keep pulling the dice roller out, but I got kids on that side of the board now where I was placing this. We'll just roll it right here. Let's see what we get. We failed. Okay, so that means we have 1 time left. Now I can just go out of favor 1 with Mom and Dad and re-roll. I think we're going to do that. So I'm going to become exhausted to re-roll that and see if we can get a 6. Come on. We did not. We failed. Okay, so what does that one do? We failed I. At least it'll come off the board, right? That's I, right? Yeah, this one failed. It's frustrating that they have simply, they're simply not listening to you. Become upset. Okay, so we are exhausted already, so we're going to take one of these and become upset. And what that means is we can't help until we've cleared that condition. But we cleared the space, and that's better than nothing. And yeah, so if we have used actions, we'll just put one over there and upset. So we are both exhausted and upset. That is not good for us, but it is what it is. Okay, that's unfortunate we didn't succeed at that, but we were bound to not succeed at some point. However, this comes off the board. Okay. So we did not help to condone the worried parents because we are Alex, the troublemaker. He's very brave, not very social, so he was probably ragging on how their kid was a nerd, probably broke his leg, trying to climb something or whatever. But we did try to solve it. Okay, next up, now I know, again, I can go back and forth, but we're going to go now with Lena. Lena is going to just move. She can spend 1 time to move here. Maybe she can get to H2 and we can solve a whole bunch of things. We'll see. And then there, we already know what that is. That's the tracks to the lake. So we are going to spend a time to investigate that. And that's going to give us... She has 5 dice and cannot get any help. There's no one near to help or anything. And she doesn't have any items that will help her here. So come on, let's just get lucky. Man, it's really hard getting 6s. Okay, so we failed there. So she's going to have to become exhausted as well. This is going to be a rough turn. Next turn, we're going to have to do some resting. Come on, Lena. Let's get it done. Oh, finally, we got a 6. Okay, so we've succeeded at this one. That means we get to go up to 2 in insight, I believe. I'll double check that. But I believe we get 1 insight every time we complete one of these successfully. I'll also check. I don't think we get an enigma for failing that one. There was already a failure problem to it. The machine itself is too deep, but there are some debris near the beach. Gain an item. So we now have to get another item. She only has 1, so she just has her freestyle, her Walkman thing. Let's see what she gets. A lowrider bike. Well, that's an energy, I think. Is that what that was it? Quick. So we got a lowrider bike, and we can combine it with a couple things to get this stuff. We'll see what that is. Okay. All right. Well, she's got her 2 items now. That's good that she got an item. I'm going to double check on the insight just to make sure that's right. And if we failed on that, do we also then gain enigma? Got to check that too, just to be sure, because we did fail one. Sadly, we do then also go up to 5 on the enigma track. But I'm hoping that we don't lose any rumor cards in the next round. We still have some time with Lena. She has succeeded at getting rid of this rumor. We could take another... No, we can't take a bus ride now. I don't have enough time to get her to Bjorgvik for that one there, nor the other place. So what do we want to do with our remaining time? She lives in Krunsberg, so that's 2 up. We could just take her home. Seems wasteful. One of the things I really find interesting and challenging with this game is making sure we use our time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend a time just to walk here. We don't spend 2 time, and we can scout an adjacent space. And that leaves us so we don't have to get next to the watchdogs either. So we will then spend 1 more time to scout this space here, see what H is, and then we can just go home after that, right? So scrap collector. What is it doing? Checking broken pieces of machinery. Another social, like charming test. Wow. So most of the tests on the board have been this. So I think we're going to get some other ones soon. I did shuffle the heck out of these too. The small bipedal machine seems to be looking for something. Perhaps you could talk to it and find out what. So if we create an interface, which we don't have the ability to do right now, we could automatically succeed. It holds out something and beeps questioningly at you. Gain the Dino Claw anomaly. So we could get an anomaly there, and I hope that these do not go off the board. All right, that means we have completed our phase, basically our adventure phase. Now we're going to the end phase. Now, did the kids make it home for dinner? Well, we have to check that. So Alex is not going to make it home for dinner. He's out of time. He can't get back home. So that means that he lost a little favor with his family. That's not great. Sasha, however, did have a point to spend to get home. Is he going to make it home? Now, I'm going to double check. I want to make sure I'm doing this right order. So we're going to did they make it home? Then we get to move injury conditions. Then we get to resolve chores. Okay, we didn't solve any chores, so we got to keep that in mind as well. I should have tried to solve the chores for Alex, and I got to get Lena on her chores as well. We'll do that in the next turn. But good news is he did make it home. That means that these two, well, we're not going to do that yet. We'll leave that alone. We're not going to do that yet. When we clear that out, he'll get that back. But we do know that's going to happen. So he made it home fine. And then, of course, Lena, we saved a point for her. She, too, will make it home fine. She's already in good shape with her parents, so we'll do that. Sasha made it to here. She made it to there. We're good. They're both at home. And then we're going to move injury conditions. Nobody has an injured condition, so that's okay. Well, we do have people with exhausted conditions. When we rest, actually, this does go automatically. When we rested, it does automatically go into the pool, I believe. I'm going to check the rest action just to be sure. There's a lot of moving parts in here, and I'm really double checking for you so I can make sure I don't make any major mistakes. Because I think this is one of those games where the time portion of this is so critical. If you're making a lot of mistakes on the use of time, then it could dramatically change the game. And so I'm looking at the rest action here. Again, I don't want to rest. Okay. Each turn, a kid can spend 1 to remove one condition or move the injured time cube 1 step to the right. Okay, I guess it just happens automatically. It's just an action. So I would have removed the condition. So he already, it doesn't really matter. It just means he's going to be in his pool next turn for Sasha. That's really all that matters there. But it does matter in the end. So move injury cards, or injury conditions, no one's injured. And then resolve chores. We didn't do anything with chores. Check the diary. There's nothing that says do something at the end of, at the end phase. I'm just double checking. There is not. When we move machines, we got to remember to move the par huffer a specific way. And we can gain some really quick enigma by investigating the par huffer, so we got to remember that next turn. Since Sasha doesn't have any chores to do, we might have Sasha do that in the next turn. Wow, these turns are beefy, aren't they? I mean, this seems like a long episode. Of course, I'm still explaining a lot more than I probably would normally, but I think we're going to be doing this 1 turn at a time, I guess. We'll see. So that is going to mark the end of the round. We're good. We're going to move on till Wednesday. We got 2 days to get our chores done. That means the next 2 days, she will have to get her chore done. There's no question. And it requires 2 time in Steinhammer at the school to place a counter on the card, max once per round. So she's going to spend 2 rounds. We're 2 away from Alex cleaning his room when he's home. So he's home is the school, so that makes it a little easier for him. And we got to get it cleaned up. Otherwise, because if we fail those chores, it's bad, and we don't want to do that. So we got to get 2 time. That means that now it doesn't say that for the cleaning that he has to. He can only spend 1. It just says spend 1 time at home or discard an item. It doesn't. But whereas Lena's says specifically you can do it max once per round. So we can actually clear, I think, at... Oh, he didn't go home. Well, there's a problem. Well, but we're still going to start at school, so since he lives near the school, he can actually do that. Okay. That's it, y'all. That's it for this round. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I imagine I'll have to explain less as we continue going on, but I just want to make sure you're all clear on what's happening in these given turns. We have uncovered some interesting things with the machines, and that they're not glitching. They're trying to accomplish something and find something. So it's not just a random glitch. That's good to know. All right, y'all. Thanks so much. Take care. I'll see you in the next episode of Tales from the Loop and maybe something else. So see you soon. Bye-bye.